Hello, welcome to another episode of Principal as a Changemaker. Today we have a very inspiring leader with us, Mrs. Madhu Wadke ma'am, ex-principal of Gopi Birla Memorial School, Mumbai. She has an experience of over 25 years teaching students and now we'll know more about her. Over to you ma'am. Please tell me about yourself.
I belong to Himachal Pradesh. I have more than 25 and a half years of experience in teaching and leadership. I started with an ICSE school in Himachal and then I shifted to Gopi Birla Memorial School.
Okay.
So for the past 22 and a half years, I've been with Gopi Birla. This has been a very enriching journey for me because I joined as a teacher and now I'm leaving as a principal. I will be joining shortly another school in Himachal as principal, which is also a CBSE school.
Oh, that's great.
So I believe that every child has a unique potential and the school's purpose is to identify that and bring it out. That is my strong belief in education.
Great. Absolutely right. So were you born and brought up in Himachal?
No, I was born in Goa because my father was in Navy and this is a transferable job. So I studied in Goa, in Kochi, Kerala, then in Mumbai. Most of my secondary and college and professional education was completed in Mumbai.
So you have been exploring different parts of India.
Yes. So adaptability is a skill that I have in me already.
Yes. So which was the first school that you went to as a kid?
As a kid, I have studied in KVs.
Oh,
so
KVs.
all students, all children of naval officers go to Kendriya Vidyalaya, mostly a naval children's school.
Okay.
So I'm a product of Kendriya Vidyalaya. You can say
nice.
that.
So what was your first tiffin box memory when you were a kid?
When I was in secondary, I used to carry idlis and parathas and my tiffin would get over before the long break. So
that's how friends usually
yes.
enjoy the tiffin with each other.
Yeah, and they are like that today also.
Okay.
So you will see these kind of fun moments in every school with every student.
Yes. So we would say that we can arguably say idli was one of your favorites back
Yes,
then.
idli was favorite.
For
It is
us-
favorite now also.
For our generation, it has always been Maggie. That Maggie packed in a box.
Okay.
But
Also, we used to get very healthy, nutritious food in our tiffins. It would be parathas, it would be roti sabji, or it would be idli, as I said. We would trade our tiffins with the one who would get bread and butter. We were not allowed at home. And now we understand why it was not allowed, because
Correct.
nutritious food has its own charm. And as growing children, they need that kind of nutrition. Bread definitely cannot provide.
yeah, the holistic nature of Indian food is
Yes.
at a very different level. Which was your favorite subject back then?
Maths
Okay.
and physics.
So eventually you took it as your own subject that you
Yes,
teach to the
yes.
kids.
I started teaching those subjects.
So while starting teaching, so did you have anything in mind ki you'll only start teaching physics and maths, or it was conscious or unconscious decision?
No, because I did B.Ed with science and maths.
Okay.
So it was a conscious decision. These were my pet subject and I could study them without any effort. So they came naturally to me. So I thought that teaching these subjects would be better. And also I thought that there is a lot of demand of teachers for maths and science.
Correct. We always say Changemaker inspire more Changemaker, but while being a Changemaker, the seed is actually sown in very early stage of the life. Any teacher or principal from your childhood who was your source of inspiration while you were growing up?
Teacher, I would recall Mr. Ranga Rao, who used to teach bio.
Okay.
I was never interested in bio. I hated that subject because memorization was not my forte. That teacher inspired me. The way he taught, I liked the subject and I started scoring in that subject.
That's great. So that eventually made you study that and
Yes.
get to the path.
Yeah.
So were you a backbencher or front bencher during your school days?
I would say a middle bencher.
Okay.
Much away from the teacher so that I'm not caught while chatting, and also paying attention when the subject was being taught.
How was life back then? Were you always inspired to become a teacher, or how you became a teacher? How was that journey?
I actually wanted to be an animator because I could sketch very well. But then my father or my parents believed that being teacher is the best job for a woman in India. So then that's how I got into teaching.
Okay.
But I always like what I do. That is the kind of ability that I have. So I developed the teaching career gradually and I love it.
Which was the first school that you taught to as a teacher?
ICSE school, Mount Carmel,
Okay.
which is in Himachal.
You started with Mount Carmel and then you came to Gopi Birla. How was the journey as a teacher?
I came to Mumbai because I got married at that time. So I shifted to Mumbai and I applied in this school and I got it.
Nice. So being a principal comes with a lot of hectic schedules.
Yes.
So tea or coffee, what gets you going in the morning?
Tea is my favorite. I'm not a coffee person. And yes, so I start my day with 2 cups of tea at least.
So definitely you're a tea person.
Yes, yes.
So how is your morning routine before getting into the role of principal?
Morning after I get up, I do my exercise, that is yoga, stretching, a bit of stretching and Tai Chi. So even if 15 minutes, it has to be there. And then with tea, I sit down to make my to-do list on my phone. And when I come here, I meet people, have meetings and all. So to-do list is the main part because that brings clarity of the task. I set intentions for the day and I know what I have to do. And I can hardly say that the day goes as planned because there's so many things that are happening during the day. So, but having a to-do list, you know how to squeeze in time for other things also.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So we always know 9th and 10th is always tough for kids. So how do you keep them motivated so that they get the good grades that they always want to?
For scoring, we share tips with the students, how to score, how to comprehend the question, how many times you should read the question so that you understand. So all these tips are shared before the exam. So the students are made to understand how they have to approach the question in order to answer it correctly.
We always observe in school there are some small victories done by kids. There are some big victories done by kids. So how do you celebrate those victories or wins in school?
We announce it over the PA system. We celebrate with the entire school. So there is an announcement of the winners. It is done over the PA system during the assembly, during the award ceremonies, on annual functions, sports days. And in the classroom also, the students are appreciated for their effort, not only for winning, for participation also. Yeah.
That is very great.
Yeah.
From the past when you were a kid and now next generation is in the school, what major change that you have observed in kids when you were in school and now in the new generation?
I feel that the emotional connect of the students has declined.
Okay.
Obviously, it is because of the exposure to social media and screen time has increased. So I feel somewhere the students are not able to express their emotions in a better way. And socially, they are not connecting like we used to connect. Whole evening we used to play outside, but these students go for tuitions. Then there is no time to play or connect with the other children. So I feel that somewhere the EQ has to be, considered in the curriculum and addressed.
Being a principal, you are a leader of this organization. What is the one thing that leadership has taught you throughout the years?
Leadership position is not the chair or the authority. It is how approachable you are. I feel that is one thing that you have to have.
Definitely.
Only then you can get your team together, get your students to work towards their goals.
Absolutely. We come from next gen generation. So there will be a principal after you, maybe 10 years, 15 years down the line, who will be a next gen principal. So what is the one piece of advice for them when they become the principal?
They have to have the empathy. Empathy is very important. And they have to create a culture where every student feels that they are heard and supported. And at the same time, the staff, the teachers also feel that they are valued. So that kind of support has to be there, that culture of learning where everyone is supported and valued has to be created.
Yes, totally agree. We always talk about work-life balance. You always have a hectic schedule. So how do you manage your home life as well as the school life?
I manage both. I mean, we have to find out time. So since we are working 5 days a week and 2 days are off, so I manage most of my home stuff on those 2 days.
Okay, yeah, that is great. We always strive like even if there is a lot of work, you should always have time for your personal life.
Yes, but the position of principal is so challenging that you have to be available even during the
Off
evening
seasons,
times.
yeah, evening times.
Off seasons also. And but in the evening also I'm busy with something on the other. So I would say Saturdays and Sundays are the 2 days when I have time for my family.
Absolutely. Lastly, we believe Changemaker inspire more Changemaker. So is that one friend or one principal of yours who would like to suggest for the next Changemaker on our podcast?
I want to recommend Mrs. Suchita Malekar, who is the new principal of Gopi Birla Memorial School, and also Seema Kshatriya. She is the principal of Birla CP Goenka.
Okay, Birla CP Goenka School.
Yes.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for the time, ma'am. Thank you for this wonderful time. Thank you for the giving us time for this podcast, and we motivate you to be a change maker throughout your life and keep inspiring the kids.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time. Thank you very much.